I'm back with part two. Yes, I'm gonna tell you what happened, and you're not gonna believe it, right? You're not gonna believe this. What happened was that I'm recording, right? I'm recording, right? And something happened, and it stopped recording after 10 minutes. I went all the way to 14 minutes. I recorded it. I actually recorded it to let you know what happened. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with my lives or just with my videos. I don't know. But we are here to finish part one. I'm here to speak knowledge, wisdom, understanding with spirituality. It was getting good, so I left off at the way of life of Islam. Right? I left off that on number one. Right? So I want to pick up from that part right there, right? But let's back it up a little bit. We're gonna back it up. The servant of the Alpha Omega, the creator and everything in existence, has been around since the creation of mankind. The teachings of that we are the Alpha Omega and the Alpha Omega is us, the supreme being, right? But with limitation has been around since the creation of mankind, since the creation of us. We know and understand that we are able descendants. What happened? Let's stop. What happened was throughout the ages of time, we started clinging on to everything else. We started clinging on to everything else. Every other civilization outside of our civilization over here in the West, We started clinging on to Moors. Moors is from Africa. They from Africa. Moors, they from Africa. We are not African, so how are we claiming to be Moors? And where that we've been right here in the West since the beginning of our creation of mankind. We've been here. You understand what I'm saying? So I want you to understand that we are not Africans, and there's pockets of us that have belief and have history, but the history and knowledge that we have is from Africa. The reason why that's among us is because after being annihilated and killed and murdered and burned and hanged and everything else, we had no knowledge. We had no knowledge. We had no understanding. We had no wisdom because all of it been wiped out and destroyed from among us. So we gravitate towards everything. We gravitate toward African. We gravitate towards African American, Black, Egyptian, and everything else. Not knowing that all of these civilizations learn from us. Learn from Able civilization, which is us over here in the West. We are the real Wakandas. Our lands and our borders always been protected. We always protect our lands and borders. We allow the Indians to come in and to settle. We allow the Indians to come in and settle in our land. And then the heritage, right, and the reclassification of our identity been taken and oppressed and depressed and been given to everybody else, to actually true fact, to make everybody else civilization amazing and great. That's sad. You see, we gotta go back. And the only way we can go back is through spirituality. You see, a lot of our teachings and everything else, it does not focus on spirituality. And spirituality is the foundation of our existence. Because the Supreme Being is not a human being. He's not a human. Like you think that he looks like us and everything else. That spirit is him. That spirit, you know that spirit that's immortal, that cannot be destroyed? That is him. That's actually him. That's an actual fact. Remember, we created from one single spirit. Remember he said that? And then he multiplied it. He multiplied it. So in reality, we are him and he is us, but with limitations. And then he activates abilities. He activates benefits. He activates special tasks for certain people among civilization. He does. He activated and give people a little more insight. If he so choose who he feel who want to be activated with special abilities, with door, with knowledge and wisdom and understanding, with experience. This is actually true fact. He is the supreme being. He is the one. That's it. So to add on to the knowledge and to add on and not destroy but build, to add on the supreme being, the Alpha Omega, the creator and everything in existence, tweak our way of life. Us, able descendants. He tweaked it. Right? He tweaked it because other civilization was practicing dumb, deaf, and blind, was worshiping idols and everything. See, we never over here never worship no idols. We never worship no idols. We never worship no idols. Never. We never serve no idols. We only serve the Alpha Omega because through our teachings, we already know that we are him and he is us. But with limitations. So throughout the ages, he modified our way of life. Do we get credit for it? No, we don't get credit for it. We don't get credit for it. But those among us that know the truth, we give each other flowers. We call each other gods. We call each other earth. We call each other what? Goddess. It's an actually true fact. Because we are. We are, but with limitations. We are not the all. We are not the all-knowing and the all-seeing. We are a duplication of the all-seeing and the all-knowing. This is an actual fact. So Islam been here during Adam time. It been here during the one who perfected it was able, peace and blessing be upon him, our Father, that defined his square, defined his circle, that mastered himself, that mastered the sun, that mastered the moon, that mastered everything in existence, except the Alpha Omega, the creator in everything in existence, by keeping justice and balance, by talking to all things, and all things was talking to him. Right? This is inside our very self, inside our spirituality. So yes, throughout the ages, the Creator modified our way of life, right? And trickled it down to everybody else that was living dumb, deaf, and blind. The most of the people that was living dumb, deaf, and blind at that time was the Arabs. They was the most wickedest and the most ignorant of all civilization. So he modified our teaching and brought scriptures, right? And blessed knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and prophethood on Prophet Muhammad. Peace be upon him. That's true. Remember, he said, this day I perfected your way of life and named it Al-Islam. Before that, it didn't have no name. It never had no name. We never had a name of our way of life. We never had no name. We was always what? The uply God right ones. The uply God right ones. The poor righteous teachers. The 5% that teaches the 85% of all things that wasn't civilized. It existed. This is an actually true fact. And see, this is different. That's why we got to tap into our spiritual existence. Brothers and sisters, kings and queens, ladies and gentlemen, prince and princess, gods and earth, and goddess, and conscious, and those that are aware of all things, and that's in tune with all things, I'm talking to you. This is part 2. Hit those like buttons. I really appreciate that if you are in the building. This is good information for us, man. Yes, it is. It's good information. We need to add on, not destroy, but add on. Add on and build. Add on and build. There's nothing higher than one. There's nothing higher than one. But we can always add on in our cipher. We can always add on in our square. We will always add on in our circle, which is really, really important for our growth and development. The supreme mathematics deals with all mathematics, deals with the physical aspect of the Alpha Omega that proves that Alpha Omega Supreme Being exists through mathematics. We know that to be true. We know that we are him and he is us. We know this. But we have to tap into our spiritual existence also, brothers and sisters. That we have spiritual existence. We have to tap that in. We have to tap in that. So he took our teachings and he modified it. Now, a lot of brothers may disagree with me. A lot of sisters may disagree with me. We know that to be true. Spiritually, we know that to be true. That these scriptures are true. And that the teachings and what they say is true. Because we are spiritual beings. We are the Alpha Omega, and the Alpha Omega is us. Yes, of course, when he created us, he didn't create us to worship him. He didn't create us to bow down to him. Because it makes no sense. Why duplicate himself so that we can worship ourselves, which is him? It makes no sense. The worship and everything came later on is because of the disrespect of mankind. So being that we are gods in earth, and we are still gods in earth, this is actually true fact. Through the disrespect in the back door of the Supreme Being, now we have to worship him and serve him. We have to do a little bit more. Every time civilization of mankind did something stupid and try to backdoor him and disrespect him, he took more from us as gods in earth. He took more from us and placed more responsibilities upon us. All we had to do is keep justice and balance upon the earth. But a portion of mankind, I'm not saying our civilization, a portion of mankind went left and started doing their own thing. So that caused all of us, even the gods on earth, is to read scriptures. Because before that, we was living good. We was living good until we was backdoored. I understand the lessons. I understand the lessons. I understand the lessons. I know why the lessons are there for. The lessons is true. It is true. But we have to add on spirituality. We have to add that on. This come, if we say that we are the Alpha Omega and the Alpha Omega is us, so we know that we are tapped in with spirituality. We know that these messages that came to us is true. I know we didn't have to get down and pray. I know that we didn't have to get down and pray. I know that. I understand that. But if you are tapped in and you feel what I'm feeling, you know for sure spirituality is the truth. You know that that prophet is true. I know it to be true because I've been through similar things that he talks about. As gods in earth, you've been through similar, you spirit travel. You saw entities, you saw things to prove that what he's saying is true. And all of these other prophets and messengers. Did any prophet and messenger came to us specifically? No. Because why would they come to us if we are living, right, good orderly direction? They're not going to come to us. We did our job. We civilized all things that was uncivilized. They went off the path and did what they wanted to do and started adding everything in. Wasn't listening. Mankind. He said mankind was but of what? One nation, one creation. They was but of one belief. They differ later on. He said, I did not wrong mankind. Mankind wronged themselves. He said, I didn't do it. So we know that to be true. And that's why our belief and our studies and lessons were modified, right? Was scripture sent down and new laws that were sent down upon the dumb, deaf, and blind, and to lead them into the light, because they wasn't going to listen to us. You understand what I'm saying? I want you to understand that. This is from a whole different point of view of spirituality. If you believe, you believe. If you don't, you don't. That's on you. I'm just speaking facts. Spiritually. So this is part two. I want you to think about it, brothers and sisters, kings and queens, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to think about it. I want you to really, really think about what I just said. It makes sense. It makes sense that our way of life, our teachings, our studies, meaning mentally, spiritually. Remember, we didn't talk. Everything that we did, it came through spiritually, mentally, and it was modified throughout the ages to give to the other deaf, dumb, and blind. That was going to be dumb, deaf, and blind. That was going to be worshiping idol, worshiping fire, worshiping dirt, worshiping people and everything else. We never did that in our civilization. Never we did that. We was debased and destroyed and annihilated, and all of our elders was killed off. So we didn't know the truth. We grabbed towards everything else, which is emphatically force. So that's why we got bits and pieces of all of us all around the place saying, this is the truth, that's the truth, this is the truth, that's the truth, this is the real knowledge, this is the real knowledge. That's why. We all moved as a unit. In this land, in our land, we moved as a unit. We was backdoor. It took a long time to debase us. It ain't happened overnight. We was fighting. We're not African. We're not Moors. We're not Egyptian, and none of that other stuff. And we did not take no teachings for the Moors and everybody else. They took our teachers and modified it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Please like,